All right, it's 7:15 on the dot. I'm Fox 19 now. First Alert Meteorologist Brad Maushart. And no auroras tonight, so at least we can calm down on that for a little bit. It's a really beautiful night. We are at Friday Eve here. We're getting close to the weekend. If you have any plans, things look really great. Tomorrow, we kind of plateaued temperature-wise today. We ended up hitting the mid to upper 50s in most spots. That's because we saw a subtle wind shift, more of a northwest wind. Helped to keep temperatures down just a bit. But tomorrow we're back in the low to mid 60s. Saturday, mid to upper 60s. Can't even rule out maybe some 70s out there in a few spots out there, and just a few. Why is it always like the first couple of people on this page are always spammers? Give me a second. Got to bring out the band hammer early in the recording. What are we, 1 minute in? Let's see. Hello to Caleb. All right, let's see. All right, we're back. Sorry, I got a little distracted. Really nice weekend shaping up. Just the slimmest of chances for a shower here and there as we work our way through Saturday night and early Sunday. Can't rule out a sprinkle either tomorrow, but most of us are going to be dry until next week, and that's where some areas could see quite a bit of rainfall. We'll talk about that coming up. Today's weather number, brought to you by nobody in particular, is 50 plus, and that is not an age. It is the feels like temperature difference in degrees, right? From what we saw to start the week, we saw record-breaking snow. We saw feels like temperatures in the lower teens at times, right? But it's going to feel really warm outside, 50 degrees plus warmer, working our way into the weekend. Big warm-up has been underway. Like I said, we kind of plateaued today, but we make up for it tomorrow and Saturday. Speaking of today, in case you've lost count, we are exactly 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving. That is how fast this year is wrapping up. Now under 50 days, that's another way you can incorporate 50 if you want to do that. Under 50 days, well, is it 49 days left of 2025? That is it. So just before that, we'll have first day of winter. And, of course, we got Christmas there, 42 days away. It's wrapping up quick. Here's a time lapse from the day-to-day. I always like to run through these, even though there's nothing particularly interesting on them. Just a few high-thin clouds out there earlier this afternoon. Helped to filter some of the sunshine, too. But you saw the direction of the cloud cover, right? Moving towards the camera almost. So looking that way, that is looking to the northwest, and the camera is on the south side of the river here in Newport, so it's pushing, the wind, the general wind direction has been northwest. That's what kept the temperatures down a bit today. Those skies have cleared back out, and with that, temperatures are going to drop off here pretty quick as we work our way through the rest of the evening. If you kind of squint at that, it almost looks like the Northern Lights, which we will not be seeing outside tonight. There's some green over there at Heritage Bank Arena. And we're at 46 degrees at the airport. A little bit of a light breeze makes it feel like 44, but other than that, no big issues. Outside, a few high thin clouds there to the northwest. Most of the Ohio Valley, most of really the eastern 2/3 or so of the country. Rain, snow, every kind of precipitation free. So enjoy it. Tomorrow morning, we could see some frost on the windshield as you head out and hit the road. You will need the coat for the first few hours of the day, but you will not need it long. You can shed the coat, but keep the sunglasses. You'll need those most of the day tomorrow with mostly sunny skies. Just a few clouds late in time for high school football. Those clouds will filter in late, but it won't deter the temperatures. Look at that. Some spots will be climbing back almost up to 70. That's tomorrow. That's not even our warmest day. The warmest day is Saturday. And then with that, some chance for showers. So if you still got a team in the race here, high school football playoffs, man, it doesn't get better than that this time of the year. 57 by 7 o'clock. Thanks to those clouds pushing in late. That'll help to act like a blanket and hold temperatures up a bit. Still, maybe even just hoodie-worthy by the time those games wrap up. Not really a split weekend, but you'll notice a difference in a Sunday when it comes to the temperatures. And just a slim chance for showers. This is going to be late Saturday night. The timing is bumped up just a little bit, whereas most of the rain was expected to come through early Sunday morning, clear out by sunrise. Some of those showers could arrive now late Saturday night. Shouldn't be a big impact. They're just light nuisance showers, but it will drop the temperatures. That'll be a cold front rolling through Saturday night into Sunday, and that'll drop us from near 70 in most spots Saturday to the 50s and 60s on Sunday. There's that rain exiting, while some of you might still be out and about Saturday night. Early Sunday morning, that rain exits. The rest of the day looks really great. Good evening. Hope you're having a great day with the rain coming next week. Will we see any severe storms? That's a good question. We're about ready to talk about that. The threat is low. It is not zero. but it's something we'll certainly have to monitor Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week, and we're just about there. Give me a second. We got to get through Monday, and there's Tuesday. Look, we've been watching this for the last couple of days, and we've been watching where the heaviest axis of rain has been a couple days ago. And we were, it probably got lost in the sauce with, the auroras and whatnot, talking about all of that. But a couple days ago, the heaviest rainfall was expected to be down to our southeast. I said, we'll have to keep an eye on it because things change. And then yesterday, the heaviest rainfall was then up to the northwest of us. And I said, this is what happens. The models, they go back and forth sometimes. And then, kind of my worst fear here is coming to light, is the heaviest rainfall now looks to go right over the heart of the Ohio Valley. This begins Tuesday morning. That lasts through about 6 o'clock. So let's say about 12 hours of rain that day. And then we dry out Tuesday night and catch a little bit of a lull on Wednesday. Some areas there could pick up an inch of rain. Then another widespread heavy swath of rain pushes in. Some storms will be there as well for Thursday. Keeping a close eye on that, right? That then continues through the day Friday, and then things finally start to calm back down late Friday, early Saturday. But not before some areas see over 2 to 3 inches of rainfall. JD, I'm doing great. Canton, cold tomorrow, and that's all I got for you. Here's the rainfall estimates. Again, through the weekend, don't expect a whole lot of rain at all. If you see a nuisance shower, I'm sorry, but most of your weekend plans are going to be in great shape, and it's going to be nice and mild. Working our way through Thursday, Friday, Tuesday of next week, yeah, it's just not great. I'll zoom out a little bit here in a second, but you can see once you hit that even, dark purple shade, that's an estimated 2 to 3 inches of rain, 3 to 4 in some of the lighter shades, and then off to the southwest, you can see how things pick up really quickly. There through southwestern Indiana all the way back down into Arkansas. This would not be great. That is a lot of the Ohio Valley seeing 3 inches plus, and that would lead to some flooding concerns in the next week. Something to definitely keep an eye on. Again, yesterday this was up here. The day before it was down here, and now it's going right across the heart of the Ohio Valley. So we're going to keep a close eye on this as we head into next week for some flooding concerns. Precipitation chances, those are the 3 days that are going to have the biggest rain chances, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. On top of flooding concerns, which right now is the biggest concern that I'm seeing, we'll have to keep an eye on some of those days, too, for some stronger storms to mix in. There will definitely be a chance for lightning, especially Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll keep our eyes on those severe weather chances. Too early for specific threats or anything like that, but something we'll definitely monitor. Temperatures will drop back down to more seasonable levels. I didn't write it down today, but somewhere around 50 degrees or so by the time that 10-day forecast wraps up. I don't know if that 55 to 51 is accurate. I didn't write it down today, but still, right around or a little bit above normal by the time we hit next week. Precipitation. Now this 8 to 14-day outlook now goes right to Thanksgiving Day, and you'll see that not just us, but much of the country now seeing a good chance for above normal precipitation through Thanksgiving week. So it's going to be a dry start to this 10-day forecast. The end looks a little soggy with Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, to say the least, right? Very soggy. And then we'll have to keep a close eye on the following week as we work way into Thanksgiving week, because that could impact travel, on top of all the other nonsense impacting travel right now. So something to keep an eye on. Here's your first 7 days of the 10-day forecast here with a fly transition. UC game looks amazing Saturday. Outside of some sprinkles late in the day, really, really nice. 68 degrees. Does not get better for mid to late November. Sundays, slim chance for a shower early, but most of this weekend is nice and dry. Monday looks good, 52 degrees. Just an early heads up. Make sure to take care of any leaves that might still be in your gutters. I know after Monday's snow, a lot of those leaves came down, right? The trees finally said, okay, that's enough. They might be in your gutters if you don't have protection there. And then check your storm drain. If you live in a neighborhood that has a storm drain or you rely on that to get some of the water to drain in your neighborhood, go take a rake and just kind of casually clean some of that out of the storm drain if it's blocking the grate. Because 2-3 inches of rain, that will be a problem if those storm drains are blocked, and that's one of the big issues this time of the year. Maybe if you only see 2 to 3 inches of rain, it normally wouldn't be a problem, but if those storm drains are blocked, that's going to back things up. So be careful with that next week. try to get some stuff, outdoor chores taken care of. If you want to get an early jump on the Christmas decor this weekend outside, really nice weekend to do it, outside of the stray sprinkles. Get it done by Monday because Tuesday, Thursday, Friday of next week do not look great. Here's the good news. Good news, Brad, for once, and only once. Next weekend, not this coming weekend, but next weekend, we're talking about the 22nd and the 23rd, leading up to almost Thanksgiving week, right? Big Cincinnati sports weekend. We got UC in town. I think they're taking on BYU at home that weekend. They got Arizona this Saturday. They got BYU next Saturday. The Bengals are at home. And FC Cincinnati continues their playoff run with the conference semifinals. And all those matches, games, they all look really, really nice. 50s, mid-50s for now, with clearing skies into the second half of the weekend. We could see some stray sprinkles early Saturday, but that'll clear out likely by that UC game on the 22nd. Long ways out, things could certainly change, but right now things look promising for a big weekend of Cincinnati sports. Sandwich zone between, we got to get through a couple inches of rain. Don't forget, you can always follow me on Facebook that's not at. You can just search for Meteorologist Brad Maushart. You can find me there with bad memes and sometimes good news. Not always. Also, Twitter, at Brad with 3 A's, D Weather, and then on Instagram, call me Brad. You can find me on all those things. I'm going to get out of here a little early tonight. And there's no real time limit on this, but my voice is shot and I'm hungry. So it's just that time of the night. And we don't have Auroras to talk about. So enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. We'll keep a close eye on that. We'll be back at 10, back again at 10 and 11 this evening with more weather, more news, and all kinds of other fun stuff. We'll see you then at 10. Good night, everybody.